Hey, this is Paul here, formerly of the Matt11708 channel, and this is my update for the month of April. I know I was going to do the update the end of April, but I decided to do it today on my birthday instead. So,
Yeah, my brother's 29 today.
and I'm 29 today. So now I'm going to show what I got today, the new release from Tuesday, and then last week's movies. So here we go. Tonight's from the Best Buy Upgrade and Save. I got There Will Be Blood, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Oh Zombie. I only got this on Blu-ray because they didn't have the DVD, but I got it. And it would have came out to cheaper getting the Blu-ray anyway because the DVD was $10. I got this for $7.99 with the 5 off coupon. That's Oh Zombie. Next is Dodgeball Unrated. Next is a great movie here. I got it on Blu-ray. I'm not really a big fan of Digibook, so I'm happy that they re-released it in the actual Blu-ray, case. And that's, I don't know if you could see that. 7. And that's,
Oh, there you go. Oh, you got it.
7. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit and show the tapes that I got 2 weeks ago. First tape is That Thing You Do, Empire Records, When Harry Met Sally, JFK Oliver Stone Collection, the director's cut.
That was insane.
Next is another movie I wanted to try out, and that's Grand Prix.
Grand Prix.
Long movie, so I'm really gonna have to set some time out to watch this. It's a 2-tape set like the JFK. Another good find was, I think it's the original when it first came out of the movie Midnight Run. And the last for the tapes is American Pie 2, the unrated cut VHS. This is when, tapes were kind of like dying out at the time. And they really tried to push, certain companies really tried to push tapes so it will last a little longer. So they try to make it like DVDs where you get like unrated on the tapes, and then you also get like features and stuff. So that's American Pie 2 Special Edition. I'll say this about the American Pie movies though. I like the first one. The second one's good, but it's more of like a comedy than... I mean, they're both comedies, but the second one to me was a little bit more comic. American Wedding wasn't the big fan of. American Reunion was good, but not as good as the first two. But that's my take on the American Pie films. And I was not a fan of the American Pie like spin-off movies or whatever.
Yeah, fuck them.
Or whatever they were. I mean, I know Eugene Levy's in those, but I'm just not interested in those. And they didn't look too good in the trailer. Trying to get characters that look like the ones from the films, and to me, I don't care what anyone says. Those movies to me, they don't look good to me. They all look like shit. I'd rather just watch the fucking the American Pies with the real cast. Sorry about that, I'm just getting a drink. Okay, next will be the new release from Tuesday, and then the new releases from last week. Okay, first is Silver Linings Playbook. I have not watched this yet, but it looks like a good film. That's Silver Linings Playbook. Next is a film I wanted to try out because I heard things about it. I know with the movie theater, what happened at the movie theater last summer, that they had to take that scene out. I can understand that. But, I don't know. But that's Gangster Squad. I haven't watched this yet. I watched some of it, but I was tired that night and I didn't finish it. But that's Gangster Squad. The new release from last week. The next new release from last week is the movie Pawn. Looks alright. Pawn. That's Pawn. The other new release from last week is The Impossible. Good movie. Very sad beginning. I mean, it is not the most, like, film. I can't say that. It's not the. It's realistic, but it's not the greatest film in the world, but it is good. I would say it's probably one of last year's best. Like, I wouldn't say the film is as good as, like, Django Unchained or anything like that, but it is a good watch. I would recommend people to see this movie. It's pretty good. And that's The Impossible. Next is the new release from the 16th. And that's Django Unchained. I would probably put this movie in my top 16 of 2012. That's how good it was. I also will say this film was much better than Glorious Bastards and much better than Death Proof, but not as good as the Kill Bill films. But I would put it on par with the Kill Bill films, but there was just something about the Kill Bill movies that I liked a little bit more than this film, but this film was pretty good. Christoph Waltz was good in it, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Jamie Foxx was good in it, but not as good as Leonardo DiCaprio or Christoph Waltz. But Jamie Foxx really needs to start picking his roles better, because he's really, to me, he's a good actor, but he just doesn't pick enough films kind of like this that get buzz and get out there. You know? Oh yeah, another thing I have to say, Spike Lee, I'm telling you this much. I understand that you're a bit, I don't know, I'm not going to say what I think, but, you were a decent director when you first came out, but it's a little sad in the 2000s you bash people's films. You bash 2 Quentin Tarantino movies over the years, back when Jackie Brown came out and back when this came out. And you shouldn't be talking, because you have not made a good film since the last film you did with Denzel Washington. And that ain't saying much. One good film out of the few that you've done this in the 2000s compared to what you did when you first came out. Come on, man. Okay, next is the 2 new releases for, I believe it was the beginning of April. And I haven't watched these yet, but I would like to get to watch them. And that's Baytown Outlaws with Billy Bob Thornton and Eva Longoria. I mean, she kind of is not the greatest actor to me, actress, but I kind of got it because I like the trailer, and that's Baytown Outlaws. And this, it's a little sad too that they released this on both DVD and Blu-ray, and in certain places the Blu-ray was cheaper than the DVD. Some places had this for $12.99. The DVD was marked at like $17.99. I don't know how that worked, but whatever. But that's Baytown Outlaws. Next is a film I really wanted to try out. Haven't watched it yet. Also got this the same day that I got Baytown Outlaws, and that's John Dies at the End. I'm hoping this is good. I really did like Bubba Hotep, but I wouldn't really say Bubba Hotep is as good as the Evil Dead films, but I'm hoping that this film is decent, and that's John dies at the end.
And we have 5 more minutes left, so I think we might do 2 parts.
And if I don't get through these, there'll be a second part to this video. Next is some of the $5 Walmart purchases that I got. I got Demolition Man, Menace to Society Director's Cut, and Risky Business.
Those were good finds.
These were good finds. And then I'll add this one in the stack of the $5, but this was not a purchase at Walmart. This was an Amazon purchase that I got off a seller on Amazon, and that's Stallone Lockup. I wanted to get this on DVD, but I figured, try it on Blu-ray. And that's Lockup with Sylvester Stallone. One of a couple of 80s films by Stallone that I've never watched. And that's Lockup with Stallone. Okay, I'm probably gonna show 3 more, and then I'm gonna do another part. Okay, next will be.
Just show them, and then we'll do a second part.
All right, this will be the last stack, and then there'll be part 2. I have a lot of purchases in this update. First is Jurassic Park, great film. Happy I got this on Blu-ray.
Fuck this.
I don't care about the 3D of this, but the sequels to me are not that good. I would never buy the sequels, but that's Jurassic Park. Great film, probably one of my top films of the 90s. Next is a Daniel Day-Lewis movie, my second Daniel Day-Lewis movie in the update, and that's Lincoln. This was a little pricey, but you know, I had to get it because I like Lincoln. Is probably in my top like 3 presidents, maybe 4, and that's Abraham. The story about Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln. Good find, little pricey, but it's I think from Disney. So what do you expect with Disney?
Yeah, fuck them for closing the LucasArts.
Okay, first is a really good find on Amazon. I think I paid like $3 and something for this. The Collector. Great movie. Probably, in my honest opinion, one of the best recent. Now, I can't really say recent, but one of the better horror films of the last 5 to 6 years, I would say. I mean, it's kind of pushing it, but what do you really expect? Horror's kind of, iffy these days.
Well, we have 2 more minutes left.
Alright, this will be last 3, and then we'll go to the next part. Now, if I wouldn't have been a dumbass with this purchase, I probably would have looked better with the seller. Because I guess there's Go Hastings sellers on Amazon. I got this from Go Hastings. To get it in the mail, the box was broke, and it was a rental copy, but the feature is still on it, which is good. But that's the one Robert De Niro and Being Flynn. Kind of mad that it's a rental, but as long as it's got the one feature that it's got on it, I'm good. So it doesn't matter. But that's Being Flynn. I hope this is good. I heard this was one of Robert De Niro's comeback movies before he was starting to do like more serious roles again. And that's Being Flynn, besides Silver Linings Playbook. I haven't seen these films yet, but that's Being Flynn. And then the last 2 will be the John Cusack film. I guess he plays Edgar Allan Poe, I guess. I'm not too sure about that. And that's The Raven. Hope to watch this one day. And probably one of the best 2000s boxing films. It's kind of like Clint Eastwood, sorry about that, doing his own interpretation of like a Rocky story, but making it a little bit, like more of a realistic take on it, I guess. That's $1 Million Baby. Great film. And I would talk more about it, but I'm running out of time. I'll have to do a second part, but that's $1 Million Baby. I advise anyone to see this. Okay, this is going to be the end of part 1. I will do part 2 right after this. See you in part 2.